I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. What the f? Do you mean we're getting a Jimmy Olsen spin-off series before any other Justice League member gets a movie? Wonder Woman and Batman looking at Jimmy Olsen like, it's you! It's you! But I'm not gonna hold you. This series actually sounds like a whole lot of fun. Because not only do we got Gorilla Grodd confirmed, but there's potential for some other very interesting DC villains to show up in this series. And we're getting a new V for Vendetta show? Yeah, the gun just needed time to reload and unload 6 or 7 more for us. But either way, me and you know what we gotta do. We gotta talk about it. And this news comes to us from The Hollywood Reporter, who were the first to confirm that a Jimmy Olsen series is officially in the works. But not only that, we learned that Dan Perrault and Tony Yacenda will serve as the showrunners for this series. In case you're unfamiliar with them, they did something actually really similar called American Vandal, which was like a mockumentary show that presented like true crime documentaries in a comedic way. And the series is actually going to be titled DC Crime. I was kind of hoping for Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, but we'll take it. And with the premise being that it's going to be following reporters tackling cases of other superpowered villains, not only does this sound like the perfect opportunity to expand on the Daily Planet cast, who I think were severely underutilized in the Superman movie, but I low-key cooked when I said we need an office-style Daily Planet HBO Max series. When? Because when we got this clip...
I'm Jimmy. This is where I work. Follow me. This is my office at Daily Planet, aka the Magic Happens. Yeah.
Did you print that bank statement?
I'm gonna get to it. As like head reporter, she's technically on paper above me. I like to think we're equals. She'll sometimes take a tone with me that sounds like she's telling me what to do.
What are you doing?
She it's friendly when she does this. She doesn't mean her tone. Got it. Her tone's more severe than how she means it.
It was just screaming, I need to spin off of this some way, somehow. And it feels like this series might be kind of scratching that itch for us. Now, a lot of y'all might be thinking like, why the fuck do we got a Jimmy Olsen spin-off show before Justice League member got one? Why do we want a spin-off series of Superman's pal? Ooh, by the way, we barely got to see a little sliver of a glimpse of their friendship in the damn movie. So I hope we get to see more Clark Kent in this damn movie with Jimmy Olsen, his supposed best friend of Superman. But what a lot of y'all might not realize is that Jimmy Olsen's solo runs are
fucking crazy.
Like, this was legit me the first time I opened up a fucking Jimmy Olsen book and was like, what am I reading right now? Because every Jimmy Olsen side plot is literally this meme. I mean, my brothers and sisters in Christ, he's turned into fucking kaiju. That's right, plural, on multiple occasions. This time he fucking turned into like a giant lizard version of Jimmy Olsen fighting Darkseid. And speaking of Darkseid, take one guess where he makes his first appearance. In a Jimmy Olsen comic solo series. Now, I know James Gunn already said that Darkseid won't be the main big bad of the DC universe because he's too similar to Thanos, and Zack Snyder already did Darkseid. But if we don't get a moment like this of him explaining the fourth world lore, I don't want to hear it. I mean, we also got to follow up on that thread between him and Miss Tessmacher, who was the unsung hero of Superman, by the way, because I'm really trying to see if he's feeling her or if he's going to go back to being not a billionaire, not a philanthropist, but a playboy. Hold on, I never noticed that picture of Superman waving in the background. That's kind of funny. Give me more Superman and Jimmy Olsen together. But maybe with a new villain of the week, he gets a new woman of the week too. Because DCU Jimmy Olsen is trying to follow in the footsteps of Wilt Chamberlain. Yeah, when he took this picture, that's just the number of women in a day that he... Because if you don't know about Wilt Chamberlain's love life, look that shit up. Wilt Chamberlain was putting up numbers on and off the court for real. Hey, chill out before y'all keep getting mad. That's not the real punk rock to be mad. But what else has me really excited is the fact that Gorilla Grodd will be involved. That's right, it's
time to make America Grodd again.
I can't believe that's from a real fucking show.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama. But in case y'all forgot, Gorilla Grodd was actually already introduced in the DC Universe in Creature Commandos in that little vision that they had about the princess taking over the world. And his design is tough. T-U-F-F, tough. So I can't wait to see them translate this to live action because he's dripped up left, right, down. But what also has me excited is that this is a precursor to The Flash. But who will be our main DCU Flash? Are we going to get Barry first? It really should just be Wally because I'm trying to see that brother get Wally mopped. Again. And now that I think about it, while we might not get some other Justice League members getting a project anytime soon, their villains could. I mean, shit, we already got Gorilla Grodd, like I said. Could you imagine all of the other obscure DC villains we could see in this show? I feel like one of the most popular Batman villains of all time, Mr. Camera, would be fit for obvious reasons in a show about reporters and photographers. But we can get our Condiment Kings, our Kite Man, Calendar Man. Maybe Sean Gunn reprises his role. But the possibilities are actually endless in this show, and I can't wait for it. Now, the other interesting bit of news we got is that a live-action V for Vendetta series is in the works at HBO with James Gunn set to executively produce the series. Remember, the 5th of November. Now, I don't know about y'all, but the V for Vendetta movie is peak. Like, I don't know how you get much better than this, but this is actually really reminding me of the Watchmen series we got on HBO, which was fire, by the way. If you haven't tapped into this, go watch it right now, because I think the Watchmen film from Zack Snyder is really good, and the show might be even better. So I'm hoping and praying this is one of those situations. But regardless, the DCU is expanding. I love that. And DC fans, we're up and it's stuck. But let me know what you think about all this news, my thoughts, theories, and opinions down in the comments below. And as always, like and follow for more.